Well, hello family, friends, and YouTube. Today we're going to do a long overdue 6-month review of the Big Blue lift, also known as the Easy Riser. For those of you that aren't familiar with this lift, I have a previous video I will include in the description of putting it together when I installed everything, and where to get it from if you were interested. I'm not by any means trying to market this product. I don't work for this company in any way. This company has no idea what I'm going to say in this review. But I decided that it's time to talk about this lift after this much time has passed. When you first get it, you're so excited because you're able to lift your bike almost 3 feet off the ground, your Gold Wing 3 feet off the ground. It's just amazing. And then you encounter minor little issues. Some people have a little wobble issue that they're concerned with, things of that nature. Me, for one, I don't like having to grab the lift and push it towards the bike. Why isn't there a handle? Just an idea here. A simple little handle that lets me get over to the bike. There is a issue after probably about 25 or so lifts. When you're using your drill to lift the bike, you don't encounter any problems. But as you lower the bike, as you lower the lift all the way to the ground, the moment it touches the ground, you have to stop. You have to stop your drill, or you're going to go past the point in which it's going to snap the cotter pin and everything at the bottom, which we will show in a moment. So the lift is great. I can't live without it now. You do an oil change or so with this lift on a Honda Gold Wing, you ain't never getting back on the floor. This is really an awesome invention. One of the issues you have is the way the arms are positioned. I wish there was cross arms going across this way so that they would line up perfectly with your foot pegs, so that you could hook onto your foot pegs as a tie down point. Just put a simple solid steel arm on both sides right about where the foot pegs would hit, and you can just hook it and tie down that way, instead of trying to do all kind of creative tie downs using whatever features you can to try to tie it in place. So overall, it's a pretty impressive product. Now let's go ahead and lift. I'm going to show you something. Here is the lift. Just a simple drill. Now when you get it up, no problem. You know, you have your arms. I have it to where it's set perfectly to the way I've measured it. If you look at my previous videos, that I can line it right up underneath the foot peg. It's exactly in positions, which I will demonstrate in a moment, and I can get the bike right off the ground. But you'll see it has very little wiggle this way. Now up and down, you know, back and forth, there is none. I mean, you could put your weight on there, there's none. But the side to side wiggle is simply because of the arm and the way it's attached here. You have to have a little play. So when the bike is lifted up, it gives you a false impression that it's not stable. It is very stable. This is the most stable jack I have ever worked with. It is strong, it is solid. It's just a few little modifications that I would recommend to the vendor to change. Are they going to listen to me? Highly doubt it. Have people watching my videos sold this lift a couple times? I know for a fact, because people have contacted me directly and said, based on my previous video, they ordered this lift. I'm not trying to sell this lift, but I can tell you, the company, that yes, you have an outstanding product here, but you have a little bit of stuff to deal with. And like I said, when you lower it, go slow until it just touches. Don't go beyond that, because if you go beyond that, you're going to see this nut here is going to rise up about a ½ inch. That basically means underneath you broke off your washer, you broke off the cotter pin and all that. We'll do a close-up on that. In fact, let's do a close-up of that now so you'll know what I'm referring to. If you were to simply tilt the lift back, it's not all that heavy. You'll see on the bottom, right here, you can see that there's actually was a cotter pin there. It had little rubber spacers and all that holds this piece in here. I greased these. What I did is, to fix the problem, is I put like 4 washers on here and another cotter pin, my version, to stop that from snapping. Because if you lower all the way down, and once you hit the ground, if you go a little bit further, it's just going to snap all this. And then you're going to see all the little pieces come off onto the floor. So I put washers there, and to me it seems to have fixed the problem. Because again, once you lower it all the way down, it doesn't automatically stop. But this is supposed to help it stop, but that boat will twist, because it'll lift an 850-pound Gold Wing. So that boat will keep on going. It'll lift 1,600, and I forgot what it was, but over 1,600 pounds. So almost 2 Gold Wings. So quite naturally, those little washers and stuff at the bottom aren't going to hold up to the pressure. All right, I have this down to an art. I know exactly where to line it up at. But the first thing we have to do is we have to take it off its center stand. And I'm going to do that. Okay, I have lifted this bike. This will be over 50 times. I know I'm over 50 because I was keeping track, because I wanted to do a review after 50 lifts, but I went beyond that when I did oil changes and all that. But anyway, lining it up. Now I have to slightly lift it simply because I have the Traction Dynamics engine guard underneath. And there you go. I am lined up exactly the way I have measured everything to be. So simply hold the drill. Now, absolutely do not have to lift it that fast. I've done this a lot, so I really enjoy it. But no, you don't have to lift or lower it that fast. So let's talk about what everybody on the discussions keeps saying, that hey, how can you do that? How can you work on this without strapping it down? You can strap it down. You can do tie downs. You can try to tie down to the arms here. But this is what scares people, that wobble right there. That is nothing. That is nothing to be alarmed about. You're going to have some natural wobble. Now, front and back, I don't want anything going front and back. But yes, you're going to have some natural wobble. I've had this up, like I said, over 50 times I've had this bike lifted. And I haven't had a problem. Simple. I don't want to jinx myself, but I haven't had a problem. So this is the thing that concerns people. Now, what I recommend, and asking the factory, the manufacturer to do, give me a handle. Give me some kind of handle up top that sticks out here, because I know this comes up so you can't, because it would hit that right there. but give me something up top to help me, you know, maneuver it, so I can maneuver it in place instead of having to grab the whole column here. Also, let's give me a crossbar that will go all the way across. I can see right now that a crossbar would probably interfere with something, but just something to where I could use it to tie down here. Now you send these little hooks, and I have them up here. You send these little hooks to go, you know, the hook on here, and then attach to something. I don't know what on a Gold Wing you're attaching these to. So if it's me, tie down using here, go over top of the foot peg, go to the second one and tie down there. Same thing on the other side. Ratchet that down, that gives you your bike. But your bike is still going to wobble a little bit, folks. We're 3 feet off the ground, so that's to be expected. So what else do I have to say about the jack? I can't live without it. I will never go back. This is the jack. This is, you know, I've seen the what they call it, the pit bulls. I've seen all of them. This right here is the jack. This is the motorcycle lift that technically I needed back in my 20s. So let's go ahead, since we're just demonstrating, let's lower the bike back down. First thing you're gonna do when you lower the bike back down, make sure that center kickstand is down. So we're gonna lower the bike down. And always have a hold of the bike. And we'll go down slower than we went up. Now that's just the wheels hitting the ground. So we know that the kickstand is down. And again, don't go all the way down. Do not keep going once that bottom has hit. It's hit. Stop. Stop right there, because this will just keep on going until it busts the washers at the bottom, and then this will raise up a little bit, and that's how you know you went wrong. Now what I do is, now that I have it here, I simply grab here on the sides, lift up at an angle, slide it straight out, and there you go. There's the big blue lift. Is it expensive? Very. Very expensive. Is it heavy duty? Solid. This is the most steel I have seen on a product. Would I do it again? Without hesitation. This is the lift to have. No, I don't work for the company. No, the company doesn't even contact me. No, the company hasn't given me a discount or anything. Go to my previous video of showing how to put this together. See some of the demonstrations I have. And in some of my videos, as you look at some of my videos where I'm doing an oil change or whatever, I use this, and it has been great. And also look at the basic footprint. Look how small. You can basically tuck this away wherever you want, out of the way in your garage. It doesn't take up a lot of room. So I would say it's an A+. If we're going to use a plus scale, I'm going to give it an A+++. So until next time, just live your life.